Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
And I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about 1,000 Pound Sisters, Season 5, Episode 6.
We really would like for y'all to join us in watching this show.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Leave a like. Leave a subscription. Subscribe. All the above. Share it, please. I want to know your opinions. Don't join us on the finale. There's still a lot of episodes left on this episode. And Blair go left on the season, rather. And Blair go walk us through this episode. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, Tammy is still visiting Caleb at the facility.
Oh, my gosh.
She is giving Caleb a tough love talk.
Oh, my gosh.
Because of the snacks that she found.
Yeah.
She wants him to get it together so that he can come home to her. She then has him throw away the snacks, and they do it together.
Listen here, man. He threw away Oreos, Reese's, Tasty Cakes, Doritos, all the above. He was crumbling it in his hands and stuff. I ain't seen him lick his hand.
Okay.
But I will say this, that Tammy was basically talking to him, letting him know that, this is unacceptable. You could tell that she was trying to listen to her brother Chris.
Yeah.
And basically he's struggling. So don't pile on. But it's kind of hard to pile on, or it's kind of hard not to pile on when you feel like the person you're talking to is feeding you bullish.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? What did you feel about that scene, and even Caleb explanations of why he's failing and things like that?
I just felt like it was appropriate for Tammy to try to hold him accountable for it, but it also felt like she did it lovingly and in a supportive way, and not really like condemning him because he was, scared she was going to walk out the door and, she'd be done with it and stuff like that. But I appreciated she was soft with him about it. She didn't really tear him a new one, but basically it's like, really, like, come on, like, let's do this. You have to do this.
Come on, man. Get those snacks off your hands, man. Come on. Clean slate, Caleb. Clean slate. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, then we see Amy, Amanda, and Misty. They meet up so they can destroy Amy's wedding dress.
Okay.
Amanda says that Amy's been up and down emotionally since the split, but it's also due to Amy not taking care of herself. She's hoping that destroying the dress helps her feel better.
You done with that line? Because I have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm probably gonna connect the end to this scene right here. When she said not taking care of herself, and when they said she's not taking care of herself, initially, what goes to your mind when like somebody says that about somebody?
I thought they meant just health-wise, because it seems like they're all on like a health journey to lose weight.
I thought so too.
So I just thought they meant like she's not eating right, she's not exercising, she's not doing what she needs to do to be healthy and fit, and that's affecting her as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I think it's more. I think it's more basically on what we see, like just something slight, just to give a little preview of how she was sitting on the gym floor and stuff like that. I think it's something more like, and then you hear like down the line of how she's not using the bathroom regularly. I'm like, there's something like, I don't think she's taking care of anything.
Yeah,
I think she's
like
literally,
hygiene possibly,
I think she's
like,
waking up and just going about her day.
Yeah.
And things like that. I think that is like coded language of she's not taking care of herself. Meaning in totality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Go ahead, Blair.
Well, they did paint, silly string, all this type of things, and the dress turned out to be tie-dye. And Misty asked Amy how did she feel afterwards, and Amy says, we just ruined the dress, but it doesn't really change how I feel. She said, I thought it would, but it doesn't. She said, maybe after the divorce.
Maybe I'm confused. If Michael was all these things that is negative, he don't add value to your life. If anything, he may add a bill to your life. If anything, he takes from your life, literal credit cards, debit cards, all type of cards. You get what I'm saying? Library card, he takes the whole wallet. What's there to miss? I don't understand maybe this emotional attachment to Michael. I don't know if she feels like this is like the only one who would like me. Well, maybe at this point in your life, you know what I mean? Maybe if you get yourself together and things of that nature, get back on track, you can find someone, especially in that town, that'd be like, I like you, but in this moments or in these scenes, you're not really liking yourself. You know what I mean? You are trying to put it off as if you're going through a lot, you're going through so much, but really it's just self-loathing to me. Anything that crossed your mind during these scenes?
I do feel like I don't know if she's necessarily Mrs. Michael, but I think she wants what a lot of women want who have children with a man is a family. And I think she wants that family unit and the marriage and the kids that she said she fought so hard for. So I think it's not only just like, oh, I'm, missing Michael, but it's just like, this was a whole life that I wanted to create for myself, and I had it for a moment, but it didn't work out. And now it's just like reality setting in, like, how am I actually going to live my life? You know, because you have a goal that you work so hard to reach, you reach it, but it all falls apart. Now what? So I think that's where fair. She's at.
That's fair. Let's go.
So Caleb set up a romantic evening for him and Tammy. They have a table with a red tablecloth on it, some flameless candles so nobody gets hurt.
Please.
And then Tammy rolls herself in and sees Caleb with a rose in his mouth.
Oh my God.
So he hands her the rose. He also gets her like a little gift, which is like a collage of pictures with them. And he said that, you know, they're going to eat dinner together. So he's got mozzarella sticks.
What?
Mushrooms.
What?
And chicken wings.
Baked.
Tammy said everything was fried.
Oh, no. Stop. Caleb. Caleb. We just throwing away the Oreos and the Doritos and the Twinkies and like the Reese's Pieces and stuff like that. The Snickers, we just threw all that away last scene. And then you coming up here talking about we about to have dinner with my skinny self. You get what I'm saying? And you go give me some fried chicken, some fried mushrooms. Mushrooms don't even gotta be fried. I never even heard of fried mushrooms. And some fried mozzarella sticks, talking about you want to have a stick? You want a stick, Blair? No, I don't want a fried stick, Caleb. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, Tammy's irritated.
Yes.
Because she can't eat any of it. And also Caleb doesn't need to be eating any of it. He says that he doesn't see himself staying in the facility for much longer, and she tells him to prove it.
Listen here, you said all I gotta do is lose about 20-something pounds in 2 weeks, and I'm out of here. That's not what the doctor said. For one, you gained. For one, you only lost a little bit about the weight, and the amount of time that the doctor gave you, he gave you multiple weeks, more than 2 weeks to lose the weight that you were supposed to lose, and now you go play catch up.
Right.
This is when I think I agree with you when you said last episode that Caleb talks a big game. You can feel, at least in my opinion, Caleb don't even believe what he's saying.
Yeah, it feels like he's just spewing BS.
Yes, like you can feel that, because I think he feels Tammy displeasure. Yeah, and feel Tammy's disappointment. So he just basically saying things to basically to alleviate some of that pressure in the room. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, baby. I'm going to get it together. He know good and well when Tammy leaves, he go eat that food, because he's like, listen here, I don't even know if I should even give him credit for this, because he even said when Tammy was here, she had some cheat days, and these are the foods that I thought that, like, these are the food that she used to like and things like that. But at the same time, you talk to her since she been home, and you know the journey that she's still on and things like that. Don't try to sabotage somebody else's journey because you haven't really been focused and really serious about yours. Right. You get what I'm saying? Anything else you thought about that scene?
No, I think, like you said, it's just a lot of Caleb, but it's big talk, no action. And Tammy is finally, I feel like, really seeing it and realizing it, and hoping that he can turn it around. But I don't even know if she thinks he will. I think she's just kind of like, you got to do it for yourself, and we'll see where we land.
We will see. Let's go.
So they're saying their goodbyes. Caleb is worried that it might be the last time he sees her. He feels like she's running away from him.
Come on, Caleb. Caleb have this self-loathing thing, and I think this is the scene when he started crying and things like that, and basically like, I feel like you're already gone, and I feel like this gonna be the last time I see you. Well, hold on. You just said that you are serious about your weight, and that you are going to get out of this facility. So how this gonna be the last time you see her? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You're speaking things over yourself, and you're basically telling on yourself on where you are. Stop putting things on where she is. Basically saying, I feel like I lost a part of you. How about you gain a part of yourself, gain some confidence during this process, so like you could get out of here and reconnect and actually put some actual facts behind those words you told Tammy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Well, she was happy to see him, but she's disappointed. Yeah. Seeing him wasn't helping him actually get him back on track.
It wasn't.
Now she sees how her family felt when she wasn't doing right and losing the weight.
Like I said, There's nothing like a mirror that makes you see yourself. Go ahead.
Right. Well, Amy and Tammy take Amy's kids to the jungle gym.
Yeah.
Tammy tells Amy about the junk food basket, and Amy says, it's the pot calling the kettle black.
Mm-hmm.
She said her cheat days turned into cheat years.
Yeah.
Amy says that he'll have to find his way pretty much the same way Tammy did. And Tammy says, now I know how you guys felt.
Listen here, man. There is something to you actually, the shoe being on the other foot, and you're like, wow, I didn't know I was doing this. Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was putting people through this. And now you can actually feel the frustration out of love as she is talking about her husband. Yeah. And she's like, wow, this is really what y'all felt. I thought y'all were just being mean. Mm-hmm. They show flashbacks and all that stuff with Tammy. Be like, I'm angry at y'all. She pushed the button, the door's closed. I mean, I'm guessing that is their version of storming out. Like, I ain't talking to y'all no more. And then she waits till the door closed slowly. Mm-hmm. And now she feels the same frustration with Caleb, because now she feels like there's something to, and I'm just going to, me being a husband, or I got to preach every now and then. Okay. Right? So y'all get y'all cash apps ready, okay? There's something to, you have to change your environment, right? So Tammy have done everything in her power to change her environment, right? Mm-hmm. Something as simple as even leaving the facility. Where she ended up in the sense of joining that facility, that's where she was supposed to be because of her health. But now that she's healthy, she's out of that environment. And Caleb is the only one that is a reminder of her past environment. Yeah. Now that she has a new environment, new body, new mindset, Caleb is a constant reminder of her old self that she's trying to forget and trying to progress from. Mm-hmm. And Caleb is basically the anchor, not the anchor that holds things in place foundationally, but he's the anchor that drowns you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So now she actually sees from Amy's perspective that, this is what y'all went through with me. Yeah. I was bringing everybody down. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Next, we see Chris and his wife put together an activity for the family. Yeah. So we're going to have like a Kentucky Derby style activity. Okay. So they are making their hats, and then he's got a stick horse riding relay race set up for everybody. Nice. And Chris says, I didn't expect Tammy to be out here running, but I thought maybe she'd, roll her wheelchair a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he said, Amy's just being lazy.
Chris. Big brother Chris is talking now. Mm-hmm. He's basically saying like, okay, Tammy, I could give her like, an excuse, but Amy, you have no excuse. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Misty and Chris win. Mm-hmm. Chris says that they should all get together and start working out at least once a week as a family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They also want to go on a family vacation together, and they all agree on a beach trip. Nice. And there's this conversation about flying versus not flying. They want to go to Florida. And Tammy, she's never flown before, but she's saying that she wouldn't mind trying it.
Yeah, she's scared.
Yeah. And Amy and Amanda, they don't really want to fly. They don't feel comfortable doing that. Mm-hmm. More so Amy, who says that I'm not going to fly. And Chris says, well, I don't want to drive for like 20 hours, and Amy, she has her vision issue. So she's like, if y'all don't let me drive, then I'm just not coming because I'm not flying.
What do you mean let you drive? You can't see. Mm-hmm. You can't see. He said, listen here, unless my wife is making me drive, I'm not driving. Mm-hmm. I drive y'all everywhere. Something that could take an hour or two flight, go take you 20 hours, I'm not doing that. What did you think about them planning this beach trip?
I'm excited for it because they were also talking about how like in Pensacola, I guess they have handicap accessible beaches. Mm-hmm. And I think this will be the first time in a very long time, if ever, that Tammy's getting to go to a beach and actually getting to travel and enjoy a vacation. Mm-hmm. So I'm just excited that they are giving things for each other to look forward to maintain their health. Because like even this working out once a week, they said, okay, we're going to get our beach bodies together. And it's like, okay, of course they're not going to have like 6-pack abs by the time they get to go to the beach. But these are all things to help them stay focused and stay on their grind and be a healthier version. So I like that they're giving themselves these nuggets to look forward to.
I thought the beach idea was a perfect idea for a family trip. Right. For their situation. Tammy hasn't felt that type. There's a different type of wind that breathes over you when you're in the sand and like the ocean right there. Mm-hmm. So I think just seeing Tammy's reaction, that's what I'm looking forward to her being on the beach, her being happy and not being shameful. Mm-hmm. Because there's nothing that I could, trust me, if you think I'm big and I look sloppy now, what I was 200, 300 pounds ago, you be amazed. So I think something that helps build their confidence while at the same time explore their possibilities.
Yeah.
Of like, if we could do a beach here, then we could do a resort, then we could do this, and
we could do international travel. Like it like the world is their oyster.
Yeah. Continue.
Mm-hmm. So they meet up for their first. I think Chris called it like a family boot camp or something like that.
Yeah, fit camp.
Yeah, fit camp. So they are there for a Zumba class.
Yeah.
And everybody, starts out doing good. They're all, up and dancing. Even Tammy, she's up out of her chair.
Tammy was grooving.
She was grooving. So that was really nice to see. And then Amy leaves the class and she's crying on the ground outside of the room.
Yeah.
So the family goes to check on her. They all sit around and they talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking her what's going on. And she says that she has a tummy ache and she can't shake it. Mm-hmm. They ask her, when's the last time you used the bathroom? She said 2 weeks ago. And then Amanda's like, that's not healthy. Like, you got all those toxins just sitting up in your body. Of course you feel sick. And they're talking about how she hasn't been taking her medicine, her vitamins. She hasn't been eating right. And she also hasn't been using her CPAP machine because she has sleep apnea.
This is what I'm confused on, right? Mm-hmm. I think it was Amanda's the one that's like the defender, right?
Yeah.
Like when like something is mentally not right with Amy, and I say it like I don't care what y'all think, but I'm just like it is to be sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Even her sister Amanda was like, "Do you want to sit in the chair?" Mm-hmm. It was a chair right there. Sit on a machine. Like don't like. There's something to sitting on the floor in public. It's just the imagery, it just seems like you're not there. Yeah. And maybe I'm confused because I'm like, with Michael, he wasn't helping you with the kids. Literally, you have more help than you did 6 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? You live with Tammy, right? Your sisters are there for you. They are actually in a better position with their surgery to help you out and things like that. Even Misty, I think, is the one that got off of insulin because of her health is improving and things like that. Chris didn't get any bigger. He's actually trying to get smaller, so he not only so he could get skin tight surgery, not even weight loss surgery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you actually have a village and more help than you did if you wanted to go back to your old situation with Michael. Mm-hmm. With Michael, you had less help and less money.
Yeah.
Because he took your credit cards. You get what I'm saying? So I was very confused. And now you're not using the bathroom. You're not saying anything. So that technically means you're probably not drinking water. Mm-hmm. You're probably not eating right and things like that. Mostly anything, close to anything, if you really try, has some type of fiber in it. But you're so backed up and not hydrated to the point where nothing's flowing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You're not using CPAP. So technically you're risking your life every day. Mm-hmm. And I'm confused, and maybe you can speak on it, Blair, on do you think this is just the effects of the divorce or do you think it's something stronger potentially?
Well, I think it's really her mental health. Okay. I think everything starts with our mental and emotional health.
Help me.
If our mind isn't right, everything falls apart. Mm-hmm. That's just how I personally feel.
You're right.
So I think that she really desperately needs to go into a therapist, psychiatrist. We talked about her possibly getting on some medication so she can at least get to zero, instead of being in the negative, so she can start doing the things that she needs to do for her health. So I think that's the major thing is like she is, like you said, she's not mentally there. I think she's breaking down mentally and she can't do anything for herself. Like she's unhealthy overall. Yeah.
And that leads me to say that at this current moment in the show, I'm not talking about real life, guys. I'm only talking about the show. You're not fit to be a parent at this moment. Those kids, in my opinion, is in danger. Because I'm like, in order for the kids to live, the parents got to live. The mom got to be willing. And I'm like, and maybe because I don't have no kids yet, but but maybe God willing, I will. It's something to like, okay, what I picture my life to be is shattered. But I got to live for my boys. Yeah. I got to live for my girls. And I just feel like she's just going through the motions and things like that. But really, there's no intentional movements in her life.
But I feel like that's okay sometimes. I feel like sometimes in life, all you can do is go through the motions.
Okay.
And I feel like sometimes it is about survival. So I don't not blame her, but I mean, I can give her the grace to go through the survival period. But I need her to start taking these baby steps to piecing her life together. I feel like she's just wallowing in her pain, and it's just like, okay, we're in survival mode, but let's do something to try to get you on track, you know.
Blair, we'll take that grace back in 4 weeks. Okay. Go ahead, Blair.
Yeah. Well, Chris cracks a joke and says, well, now we know she's full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she's ready to go home. Yeah. It wasn't funny to her. And she walks out to the car, and Amanda is just venting and saying she is tired of her attitude. She's been mean. She's been snappy. Like, she is not feeling it anymore. She's tired of being disrespected. So Amy's in the car. Everybody goes out to the car to talk to her. And she's saying that, you know, she's tired. She's always awake because of the boys. And Amanda's like, you're not using your CPAP machine. You're going to be tired all the time because you have sleep apnea and your body doesn't have enough oxygen. Like, you're not doing the things you need to do so you can have the energy in the day to handle your business, you know? And they're trying to tell her to do right by her health, but she ends up closing the car door.
Slowly. She pushed the button.
Yeah.
She said, come take this mic while I'm going to throw it. The man was like, you ain't going to talk to these folks like that now. I went through that with your other sister. It seems like when Tammy gets right, you want to be bad. And now when what's going on here? Right. Is there some Freaky Friday sequel going on and things of that nature? Anything else you thought about that scene or the overall show of this episode?
Overall, I'm really just enjoying seeing the siblings support each other and really working to get healthy. And I really hope that at this point, you know, with the show, that Tammy doesn't let Caleb let her slip back into any type of bad habits, which I feel like she's doing an awesome job of just staying focused on her own journey. And Amy, I just want to see her just go sit and talk to somebody. Yeah.
Somebody.
That's the least that I would like to see her do.
Yeah. When I hear you're not taking care of yourself, it makes me think that also you're not doing a great job taking care of your family as well. And that's concerning to me. Because even when people are giving criticism, you don't know how to take it. So there's no hope for change, at least in this moment. Right. You know, Tammy over there talking about, like, I know what you're saying is not true because you live with me. You know what I mean? So there's something to, like Blair said, you are allowed to go through the motions, but at the end of the day, there has to be some motion. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Anything else?
That's all I got.
Y'all be good.
Bye.